You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, The Beat, featuring the week's roundup and commentary on music news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, The Beat.
Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to Black Hollywood Live's The Beat. It's your boy DJ Jesse Janity here in studio with Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter, producer, Drewski Scott.
What's good?
Welcome to the building.
Thanks for having me.
Now we got my co-host here, Sean Allen.
What's up? What's up?
Miss Queen.
Ow.
Hey, she brought the glasses in today,
you know what I mean? Hey, y'all, excuse my appearance. I'm just coming from a job, you know. Job is never done, but...
She worked at
Oh, wait
Walmart.
a minute. We didn't even do our dance break.
Hey! Hey!
Oh, he done turned our music off.
Hey!
What? Come on,
It's
Queen.
Friday.
It's Friday. That was your dance, Sean? You did the one shoulder back with the lip curl?
Wait, we're gonna, Sean, break out into a dance.
Remember I did on my Snapchat?
Hey!
Trying to get your Snapchat. Get your Snapchat somewhere else. All right, y'all. We got some topics to talk about. Twitter has been blowing up, and Miss Aretha Franklin is not happy right now.
Uh-oh.
And I wouldn't be happy either with the Aaliyah biopic out, with Whitney rolling in her grave for what Lifetime's about to do to her. I mean, I feel you, girl. So Aretha is upset because there is an unauthorized bio, a book being about to be put out about her. And it has some tea in it about Miss Aretha Franklin.
What? What kind of tea do you have on Aretha, other than the fact that she don't wear a bra?
Well, girl, ever.
Them suckers be down here and they be rolling inside the dress.
They be rolling in the deep.
Now that's the real queen.
No, I love her. Anyway,
I love Miss Aretha Franklin, but I'm not gonna front. The first time I ever saw Aretha Franklin live in concert in person, it took 2 people to carry her down the stairs, and I swear to God, because her breast was literally the size of me. One of her breasts was me curled up.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm short and small, but I'm just saying.
16 Grammys. Y'all ain't gonna disrespect the queen like that.
That's
I
not disrespect.
love her,
That's real
but
talk.
her stylist need to buy her fucking strapless bra. And see, that's what I get for talking about Aretha. I'm going to
watch
shut
out,
up.
watch out.
But her stylist need to be shot because they
Well,
put her in them gowns. Anyway, moving
y'all
on.
might be a little perturbed about what you're gonna hear about Miss Aretha Franklin.
Oh, what's happening? What's she
So
do?
this book is going around and basically saying that, you know, Aretha was a very jealous person. One person she was very jealous over was Whitney Houston.
Okay, not surprised.
A lot of people are saying, well, the book basically quotes to say that she was afraid of Whitney because she was afraid that she was going to be outsung by someone from the next generation. Which, I believe that, but I think that they're making into something a little bigger because I feel like every artist goes through that.
And Whitney's not here to.
But I thought they were like cousins or something. Or like,
That don't mean nothing. Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston cousins.
but that I don't believe that's true because they got 2 different voices. Like 2 totally different vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not this, like...
See, I go back to my favorite show ever, VH1 Divas 1999.
Oh, I remember that scene off. It was like...
Aretha Franklin, all the tea that came out about that was this bitch didn't want a poster on the wall next to somebody else's. She
Celine
needed...
Dion and Aretha Franklin going back and forth.
At the end, when they were like, Jesus!
yeah.
And Aretha was like, Jesus! And Celine don't care, because Celine just in the moment, she's just like, let's sing.
But
Aretha
she's
was looking
battling.
like...
Yeah, she was. I remember that. And I was like,
Wow.
and Celine did not know what was going on.
Nope.
Celine, she was having a good time.
Holding Aretha on the
Because she's
shoulders.
excited that she's singing with Aretha freaking Franklin. In her mind, she's like, oh,
This
I'm
is an
singing with
honor.
her like this is an honor. Aretha's like, bitch, yeah. This is like, get off the stage now. I told you, let me in with this good Jesus now. So what they say, so she tripping.
All right, so basically she's tripping. And then also... she got mad when Anita Baker's album in 1986 came out. Rapture outsold her album that year.
Okay.
But the biggest tea of all comes from actually Etta James, who added to this book. She said, no, we need to talk and dish on Aretha's time in the 1950s gospel circuit, dubbed a sex circus by the late Ray Charles.
Wow.
Who wants to admit, of course she doesn't want the book out, who wants to admit that you're praising the Lord at 8 p.m. service and servicing some drop-dead gorgeous hunk of a singer an hour later?
Wow, you're calling her a whore.
Etta James, she said, honey, at last the truth gonna come out.
Man.
Aretha Franklin.
Now, I think this bio is out already. Or it came out a while ago, right?
Yeah.
How long ago did it come
It
out?
came out like almost 10 years ago.
No. Okay, no, this is a new
Okay.
bio. This is either came out this month or it's about to come out.
All right, yeah, okay.
She's trying to stop this from coming out.
Okay,
She don't want nobody to know her dirt. Cause
Sex circus.
she be flicking that old woman coochie. She probably still get it licked. Shut up, queen. I'm
All
always
right, we
going
gotta
to
be
sex.
moving on
let's
from
move
that.
on because I'm always just move on.
From one awkward conversation
Oh
to
my
another.
God, these kids, the
Jaden
alien kids.
and Will. Okay.
I love them,
They're-
but
I
they're
love them.
aliens.
They're aliens, oh, for real. So here's my thing, and they actually really low-key irritated me with this interview. So they had
Me
an
too.
interview with T Magazine where they're talking about, now I get, these kids are rich kids. They can do whatever they want. They can put music out if they want to, and they got hate when they put the music out. So, okay, I understand the backlash, and you want to come out and go against that. Cool. But within the conversation, it's like they're bigging themselves up so much and downing everybody else, like, we're so great, we're the best, like, we can't even think on your minuscule level of what you're even trying to explain to us. We feel bad for the children of this nation. Like, I'm just sitting here looking like, am I talking to Vendetta? Like, what is it kind of alien species is
But it was
this?
like they weren't even answering the questions. Like, he asked them, like,
I'm going to read it right here. I'm curious about your experience of time. Why are you curious about that? Do you feel like life is moving really quickly? Is your music one way to sort of turn it over and reflect on it? Willow said, I mean, time for me. I can make it go slow or fast, however I please. And that's how I know it doesn't exist.
What in the
They're crazy.
They've been here before.
but they like Scientologists. Like,
so Will Smith is
hardcore.
he really jumped into Scientology?
Yeah, all his movies are about post-apocalyptic, whatever.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
There is one quote in it that I actually, big up to Willow for this one. They said, so how have you gotten better with music? Willow said, caring less about what everyone else thinks, but also caring less and less about what your own mind thinks. Because what your own mind thinks sometimes is the thing that makes you sad. I like that. Okay, now I get how you can take that and turn it into what you're turning into, but our brains, I feel, have been turned into a sponge, and we're soaking in certain things that we look in the mirror and we are putting other people's thoughts and ideas and opinions that have been soaked into our own brain, and that's how we look at ourselves sometimes.
Perception.
That's
Perception is
busy.
everything.
Right.
I understand, but what is happening? Why isn't the parents jumping in and helping these kids?
Honey,
They're going
think the
to
parents are
grow
just as-
up and be weird as hell. And Jaden Smith already want to cut his penis off at the age of 18.
What?
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh yes, he wants to slice and dice his penis off. Well, he's not a man or a woman. Yo, you gotta look it up. He wants to cut off his dick at 18. He doesn't want his peen. I guess he's having urges or something. He doesn't want his peen. My thoughts to that is you're going to regret it when you try. You're going to regret it when you get in your 20s because you're damn sure going to wish you had something to dip in, but you got rid of the dipper. So that's it. Willow Smith, I love her, but what is happening to these kids?
All right, well,
Jesus.
so then the final quote was about education and
Okay,
school.
let's hear
And
this.
this is what irritated me.
Oh, my
Jaden
God.
said, here's the deal. School is not authentic because it ends. It's not true. It's not real. Our learning will never end. The school that we go to every single morning, we will continue to go to. Willow said, forever till the day we're in our bed. They, like, talk, finishing each other's sentences. I'm just going to read this as one person, okay? kids who go to normal school are so teenagery and so angsty. They never want to do anything. They're so tired. You never learn anything in school. Think about how many car accidents happen every day. Driver's ed? What's up? I still haven't been to driver's ed because if everybody I know has been in an accident, I can't see how driver's ed is really going to help me out. I went to school.
What are they talking about?
No, ready for this one? I went to school for 1 year. It was the best experience, but the worst experience. The best experience because I was like, oh, now I know why kids are so depressed. But it was the worst experience because I was depressed. I mean, y'all just sound like some rich kids who have no idea about life. And I feel like reality needs to smack these kids in the face because it's like...
Sorry.
No, go.
I'm in the zone. I'm sorry. I'm listening to what I'm really lost. I'm confused. I feel so bad for these kids. They're lost, Jesse.
But they kind of they could be lost because they're rich. You know what I'm saying? But when
they can afford to be lost.
Yeah. When I was reading that, I was getting dizzy. I'm like, what are they talking about?
What are you saying? They're talking in circles, and they're gonna be like Lisa Bonet. They're gonna be weirder. They're gonna be weird as adults. We'll see them walking around looking nuts with dreadlocks and with all kind of beads and shit hanging from them.
Smelling like sandalwood.
Talking about deodorant is of the devil. You can't wear deodorant.
You can't block your odors.
You can't block your odors.
When you block your odors, you block your feelings.
And they were raised in Scientology, and that's how that is. It's like that. They speak like they all kind of speak like, no offense, but it's...
They speak like they think they're higher beings.
Yeah, it's...
But they don't make...
They're fucking aliens.
They were raised in that, so like...
Because my thing is, here's my thing about school. Like, clearly, I mean, I don't be using algebra ever in my damn life. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Or ever writing... I'd be writing some weird things in cursive. But, I mean... The thing about me for school, because I hated school growing up, too. So if I was their age, of course I would understand that fact of it. But... School shows structure. It builds it builds a mentality, a character. You have to meet kids that you don't like. You have to learn how to deal with it. It builds this idea of this social world that we grow up in. Now, to me, technology is what they're talking about. Technology has made people more depressed.
Lazy.
It's suppressed feelings. Lazy, exactly. So... I don't know what they do in climbing trees and shit. Like, I can't.
Well, they Scientologists, but I'm going to pray to Jesus for them. Lord God, have mercy on their souls. Them poor kids.
All right. Well, we have one positive thing happening. Faith Evans is... She's about to release her new album, Incomparable. But the best part about this is she's actually going to be releasing an album called The King and I, and it's going to be a duet album with Biggie.
Her. Yeah. If anybody deserved to do that, it's her. That's going to be sick, because Biggie, he's definitely before his time. His music is still sounding dope.
Did she consult with the family? Did she get permission for the music?
Of course she's going to. She has his children.
No, this ain't no Aaliyah biopic. Right. It's actually going to be very much in the vein of that Nat Cole CD that she did with her father.
Oh, Nat King Cole,
yeah. So,
that's going to be dope.
Yeah.
His son looked just like him.
I'm excited.
Splitting image.
Splitting image, just light skin.
We're going to get her in studio, too, so we're going to be able to get some more of that tea. Let's move on. Mr. Scott.
You did?
It's good, man.
You used to walk holding my hand.
No, hold on. Let's let Queen get her.
You used to be my man. Sorry.
Can we talk about Drew now?
Yes. What up, Drew?
You sound so nice.
I remember. No, I'm only kidding.
All right, Drew. So you are from the West Coast.
Yes, sir.
Let's just start there before we get into your music. Living out here on the West Coast as an artist, singer, songwriter, the West Coast really, it had its play in the 90s, and then it kind of was very New York, down south.
Right.
What was music like for you growing up? I mean, because you coming up from like the Bay type area.
So, I mean, the music that's out right now is kind of what we were listening to like 10, 11, 12 years ago. I think that DJ Mustard has just done a great job as far as putting it out there, as far as mainstream goes. Now everybody kind of knows that sound, and people are kind of gravitating to that sound a little bit more now. But you go back to like groups like Federation, Mac Dre, the list goes on and on. T Nutty, the list goes on and on. E40, all of them. Like, that's the sound they were doing like 10, 11, 12 years ago. So it's dope to see it's like becoming a little bit more popular now than it was like back then.
Who are some of your influences growing up musically that have kind of molded your art?
as far as production-wise, I really got into production after I discovered Timberland, and that whole movement was like Aaliyah and
His favorite.
Magoo and Genuine, and them. Like that was the first time that I really like understood that there was an industry. You know, like
You heard they're
there was
about to come out with something too, right?
Yeah.
Timberland,
Yeah.
Genuine,
Yeah.
and Missy.
Yeah, it's about to be crazy. Like, but as far as production, like Timberland, I mean, of course, Dre, because that's the West Coast. Just Blaze, Kanye. I mean, I it's funny because I started off as like a hip hop producer. I had like a production partner, and we were kind of like the Neptunes back home, like producing for like E40 and Too Short.
But
and
what made
the
you want to
Pac-
get into production? Like,
I've always been playing. I'm a musician, so I've been playing the piano since I was 5, and classically trained. And I played brass instruments and a little bit of guitar, and I played drums. So music's always been a part of me and my family. Like my mom played the piano, my dad played the bass, like my brother played the sax, my sister played the.
Weinstein Bears.
It was kind of like the Jackson 5, you know.
You see where my mind goes? Don't go to the Jackson. My life is a cartoon. My life is a cartoon,
You
so
got
I
a
think in
flash of the book
cartoons.
cover?
I just pick them all up in their little treehouse. Like, come on, Drewski.
Right. But that, you know, that was music's always been a part of my life. So just kind of made sense for me to get into this.
Industry.
So you were up in Sacramento. What drew you down to LA?
I just knew that the opportunities back home, like Sacramento, is really, really small and
Garbage.
Watch it, man.
I mean,
It's
we ain't gonna hate
you know
on
it's very slow paced. It's a whole different side of California, and I tell people that, and they don't understand it until I take them up there. I'm like, it's really slow. It's really country. You got your, you know, like people with dreads, gold grills, you know, old school caddies, like old school caddies,
Atlanta.
like yeah. I mean, it
Fucking
is like the
Dade
South.
County, Miami.
It's like the South.
I was
the crazy
scared when I
part
went
is,
to Dade County. I'm like,
the crazy part is like there's still parts of it that are still segregated. Like, you know, blacks and whites. Like there's certain parts of Sacramento that you can't go in. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's still like very backwards compared to LA.
Wow.
So I just knew
Really?
that what I wanted to do musically, there aren't a lot of opportunities out there. So LA was kind of like the closest city that made sense for me. You know, my family's still in Sacramento at the time. You know, I was like, so I could always go back home and visit them. But LA to me made a lot more sense.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
all right,
good.
and within those 10 years, you worked with Tiana Taylor, Fantasia,
Jesus.
Zendaya, Tory Kelly, Luke James, Bridget Kelly, Trinity.
Man.
I mean, Dawn Richards. I mean, we done gone down the list.
Man.
And you Grammy nominated within the 10 years. Like,
Hey, that's awesome.
That's my boy.
you've done this. So, I mean, with the people that you've worked with, actually looking at the people that you've worked with, they all have this sound, this kind of the smooth R&B kind of
I'm
sound.
gonna
Is
interject
that something?
with that. I feel like they're so different. The artists he worked with, to me, you know what I'm saying?
But they're all powerful voices.
Not all of them.
Fantasia is my favorite singer in the whole wide world. I choose her over Beyonce. I choose her over everybody.
Girl, don't
she's-
talk about that on the show.
Fantasia, Beehive,
I don't know if you wanna say that on the air.
Beehive, I love Fantasia. If I had the opportunity to have Fantasia, Beyonce or Rihanna sing at my wedding, hands down Fantasia, because she is a freaking performer. She's Aretha Franklin. Okay, sorry, moving on.
She's amazing. She's amazing. But Hive, I did not say that. Let's just be do not come for me fully.
That was my opinion.
All right, so within working with some of those people who were notably one of your favorites, in the essence of you learned a lot from them, or you had to do something different with your
You
art.
know, I will say that probably one of the artists that I learned a lot from, and I don't work with her anymore,
I know
is Dawn from Danny Kane and Dirty Money. I
Really?
mean,
which you
it's-
executive producer of.
yeah, and I will say, like, hands down, like, she is extremely talented, and she knows what she wants, and she has a clear vision of her sound, her artistry. And for me to see that, you know, first and foremost, like this artist who kind of knows what she wants to do, and allowed me the freedom to explore as far as production goes. Like, for me, it allowed me to color outside of the lines and be able to experiment a lot more with other artists that I want to be able to have that opportunity. So I think I definitely learned a lot from working with her in that experience.
And she helped you to grow into a better producer.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both, like, we were both pushing each other, like the 2 years that we were working together, like whether it was songwriting, whether it was like vocal arranging, whether it was videos, concepts, whether it was actual production. We were both like pushing each other, like, and pushing the envelope. So I wouldn't take that experience back for nothing.
God bless you. I'm getting good energy from you.
That's good.
Thank you.
I'm getting good energy. I'm clairvoyant. I'm sorry, and I'm feeling
give you a free
things, and I'm
reading.
trying my best to keep my mouth. Give him some pussy.
Wait, what?
I'm a big girl.
We
He's not ready.
whore Queen on
They
our
be
show.
whoring me out. One day, one of these niggas is gonna get some pussy and come back in here like, I
yo,
never
the
had
beat
my
was
dick
live.
sucked like that before in my life.
I like them thick though. So hey,
I'm too much meat for you, boo. You trust
see me
me.
after the show.
First of all, I was gonna get into your gospel album, but I think we'll pass on that track.
He trying to get her.
I'm sitting up here like, why don't you tell Miss Aretha Franklin how you talking about the Lord over here on Trinity's album, and then you up here talking about.
I'll see you after the show.
As a producer,
I just want to talk to her.
Yeah, come on, let's talk.
Well, speaking of Fantasia, you're also
Love her.
nominated for Best Urban Alternative Album for Fantasia's Side Effects.
Good for her.
Yeah, that was
I
great.
thought that was going to be a
you?
bigger quote.
I wrote on a record
Ain't
called
All Bad.
Ain't All Bad on there with Harmony Samuels and Courtney Harrell. Such a great song. Such a great song.
I listen to her album all the time in my car. I love her.
Now you could be like, you met the songwriter.
Now, look like, now I can say
on
like, yo, if I want to fuck the songwriter, I can.
Fuck
There
the
you
for
go.
a track.
Fuck him for a track. God forgive me, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom.
All right, so
You know my mouth. I'm sorry.
Your first EP was
Sorry,
Places
Jesse.
I've Ever Been. Where did the name for that title come in? What was it you were trying to you wanted to get across to your fans?
With
Or
that,
listeners.
I was traveling a lot, like when I was creating that project, and just the different places that I was going. Like I was working with Don at the time, and we were touring a lot here, and we went to London, and just across the country, just different places, just meeting different people and different experiences. I kind of wanted to incorporate that into my music. And I felt like music is kind of like a destination, it takes you places. And I wanted people to feel like, even if they've never been there, that the music that they're listening to takes them to that place. So that's where it came from.
And now you have a second volume coming out, Places I've Been, the second series. So where have you been from the first EP to the second EP in which you've grown?
I think for me, production, like, and just artistry wise and vocally, like the last project, it was about a year ago that I put it out, and I really, like, when listening back to this, just noticing the growth as far as the songwriting goes, as far as the singing goes, as far as like the production goes. Like, it's definitely like kind of, like, I'm proud of it. Like, I feel like this is kind of like my best body of work.
Awesome.
Well, let's take a listen. So the first song, Any Given Sunday. Talk to us about this track.
So, Any Given Sunday is a true story about a friend of mine that I know that he was dating this girl, and she ended up cheating on him with a football player. But I mean, it was kind of after.
Is he from LA? If so, that's just what happened. These bitches bounce around like basketballs out here.
But no, here's the flip part though. Like, she was really good to him.
He talking about Lil Fizz.
She was really good to him, and she was faithful, and he fucked around on her a couple of times, and it just kind of like one day. Because he's notable. I won't put him out there. Like, he has.
Wait, is it legit Lil Fizz?
No,
Oh, because it sounded like his story on Love and Hip Hop. I'm like, bitch. Premeditated.
But she was faithful, and he fucked around on her, and just one day she was kind of like,
Fuck it.
fuck it.
All right, let's take a
Let's
listen.
listen to any. Are you singing?
Yeah.
Ooh, you can sing too? Shit.
You was on IG, she peeked on the side, let that shit slide. It just be knowing when they niggas is tried. Every time that she's fucking your homie, every night. This is true story. And when women be tired. Tell me I'm lying. Any given Sunday, she can cheat on your ass like it's nothing. Switch up, she rooting for the home team. Pack up the
Any Given Sunday, Drew Scott.
Any Given Sunday.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's really dope.
And I
can
like
go
the fact
down.
that you can hear what he's saying. You can hear
He's
the words when
enunciating.
he's enunciating his
Queen
words.
has a
Like, I can
problem
hear-
with the singers who cannot enunciate.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Oh my
It's the
God.
worst.
Like
Oh,
Ariana
you gonna
Grande.
hate some of these?
Oh.
That bitch sound like she got marbles in her mouth. Officer, I knew what
She,
I'm gonna
and she talked the way she sing too.
Yeah.
But back to Drew.
Drew, yeah, good job.
Drew,
That's
so-
really good.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
one
you.
thing you know is really interesting about this. So you took this from a friend's experience.
Yeah.
Why? What was it about the story specifically that really resonated with you as far as this story needs to be
inspired this
told? Like,
song.
I think just kind of how the shit just went down, like just how she just kind of went from 0 to 100. Like the moment that she stopped giving a fuck, like she was not even like secretive about her shit anymore. It was like blatant, like in your face. Like I am here with this dude at this game. Like
Wow.
Niggas do it every fucking day.
we do.
Every fucking day.
We do.
Whoever that bitch is, yo, kudos
But
to you,
bitches don't
son.
pay their bills.
You know why? Yes, bitches do pay the bills.
If I'm taking care of you, I could cheat on you.
what?
Sean, don't get
Sean,
smacked.
don't get kicked off the
You
show.
are sitting. Niggas do it every day. Dudes do it every day. Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, you gotta understand women are the best cheaters. And when we don't give a fuck anymore, we don't.
Oh,
And
y'all
by the
don't.
time we don't give a fuck, you caught feelings and you're deep caught up. And we're like, fuck you, I'm out. You played me all this time. Look, I'm getting personal up in this bitch. But at the end of the day, any given Sunday, fuck that. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A bitch can cheat on you and you'll never fucking know. But she got tired and she put the nigga in the other dude's face like, I'm at this game, nigga. You sitting right here 2 feet away from me. Hi, boo.
And her
How you
story,
doing?
her story wrote a hit.
Right. And her story wrote a hit. You sound really good, Drew. I really like it.
Thank you.
You did that.
Good
So
job,
then,
Drew.
I mean, now this whole player thing situation, we got this other song you got
Let's hear
called
it.
Player
Player
Role.
Role.
Tell
Let's
us a
hear
little
it.
bit about Player
So,
Role.
Player Roll is kind of like it's the lead-off single from the project, and I just really wanted to, pay home some respect, just the sound, back home, like, so it's very much so kind of like that sound that's out right now, like the
California, yeah.
California sound, like that young California, just,
Young California.
get in your
California.
car kind of thing, you know what I mean? So, it's Player Roll.
I played this track before, and everyone out in it was jamming to it. So there you go.
Dope, man.
We got Player Role, Drew Scott.
Those are only girls for me. She don't even trip now. When other hoes be on me. Damn, I love that bitch. She my little lover friend who made it pressure for me to settle down. Yeah, she just wanna smoke, drink, and mess around. Yeah, she don't need me for nothing. She goes from low key to stunting. Up in VIP, she run things. Watch her and you might learn something.
Like that.
Drew Scott, Player Role.
I can hear Usher singing this.
Thank you.
Contact us exclusively. We sell it to them.
No,
You
it's
know-
a Drew Scott song. What the hell?
I really like I really like that you fucking with me today. Go ahead, Drew. Sorry,
Friday.
Jesse.
Well, here's a question for you. As a writer and a producer and an artist, how do you work with all these different people, how do you kind of groom your sound without it leaking or taking, being like, oh, this sounds like this kind of a
Yeah.
track? Like, how do you make it sound like a Drew Scott?
I think that what I listen to personally, dealing with a lot of these artists, like, or working with a lot of these artists, like, the shit that I listen to is totally different than, like, a lot of, like, the music that I ended up producing or writing. So it's kind of like those vibes. Like, there's an artist named Washed Out. He's more like a chill wave kind of artist. There's another one called Tory, and he's like this Japanese black artist. He's from San Francisco, but he's more like this indie, like chill, like vibey kind of sound. So when those are kind of like more of the influences, like Banks and Broods, and more of that kind of sound. Those artists influenced a lot of this project more so than the urban side. But I think working with urban artists and me, being black, there's still that urban side too, but there's still pop sensibilities in it also.
I like him.
Thank you.
I like the fact that
Queen
he's
stamp of
articulate. He can
approval.
talk. He's cool. And he sings good. See, some people will be on here and I'll tell these motherfuckers that they sound good. But
You
just
played
trying to be
Sabrina.
cordial. I paid. Yeah, I prayed.
You
We're
played
not
it.
gonna go
Yeah,
into
we're
her
gonna leave-
because if she's not this in this subject, but that shit was horrible. But Drew Scott, I give you a thumbs up.
Thank you.
You sound really good, and I am definitely gonna be looking into your music.
Thank you.
Good job, bro.
Thank you.
And so this is off the new project, which is
Yes,
available.
the project is available now. It's out today, so it's available on DatPiff, all the mixtape websites. It's for free. I have one more of this series that I'm gonna do. Before,
Places I've been.
Yeah, I got one more, and on the next one, it's all features on this one. So
When are we gonna do
that
that?
one, I'm gonna have that one out in the spring. I'm not gonna wait that long for that one. We're like recording that one as we speak. So.
And you dropping music videos for these tracks?
Yeah,
or-
we're gonna go full fledged with this. There's gonna be music videos. There's gonna be live performances. BT's asked me to be a Music Matters artist, so I'm doing the
I
Music
wanna come
Matters
see you
series.
at Music Matters.
Yeah, so when I get the dates going, I'll let you guys know, because you guys definitely should come and check it out.
For sure.
I've been there before.
Well, let's keep it pushing. We got this right here, y'all.
Just do
I don't know if y'all are ready for this.
okay, let's give it to me.
So
I like the title.
Jesse Jackson's daughter,
What?
Jesse Jackson Jr.'s daughter, AJ. She has a song out called "Just Do Me." It's positive hip hop, y'all. That's all
Jesse
I'm
Jackson,
gonna
the preacher.
say. We're just gonna watch it.
That walk with
watch
Dr. Luther,
Martin Luther King.
No, his Junior.
Jesse Jackson's Jr.
Junior. Oh,
God, his
Junior. Gotcha,
granddaughter.
gotcha.
He in
Okay.
prison. Jesse Jackson Jr.
So let's take a look. This is AJ. Just Do Me.
She look like she about to twerk.
All these kids running around screaming YOLO. Around the world hurting themselves, is that the message? My generation's going crazy, and people say we're just too free. I agree. We blame society, but we are society. I mean, I like to party, but that don't mean we'll go to any extremes or just do me. Break the silence, stop the violence. We could do so much more.
This is apparently his secret daughter that she wants to voice her opinion and come out with music and show that, this is something that she wants to do with herself, and she thinks now's the time to promote this music.
To just do
and-
me.
Yeah, just do her. What you thinking, Queen?
Why do you always call me?
You can make positive music without being corny, like Kendrick Lamar. That's
Right.
not corny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a dope song, and it's dope. That was just corny. That was like a little kid jingle.
That shit was horrible.
She
Yeah, it
should have played
was.
Aaliyah though.
She's a pretty girl. She needs to sit
You
at
know what's so
home.
funny is I really thought that when I first watched it, I was like, they just dub her vocals over.
Right.
She's a cute girl, but maybe she should try acting.
So actually, this is actually Reverend Jesse Jackson's daughter.
Granddaughter.
No,
Reverend Justin Jackson's daughter.
73-year-old.
So this is his love
It's his
child.
secret child. Oh.
Oh wow.
So see, that's what happens. These kids just be getting money.
The
just
penis never
don't
stop
know what to
working.
do, girl. It's sure like no.
Damn.
15 years ago, was that 60-something? All right. Tory Lanez. Have you guys heard of this guy?
Yeah, I heard of him.
What do before we put anything up? What you think of him?
I'll let everybody make a
All
decision.
right. So I was watching this the other day, and I was just laughing because I'd be thinking of what things I can put on so that Queen just gets shocked. And this is just that movement that's going on right now. We just look at it and then we'll talk
Oh my
about it. So the
God.
song's called "The Mission." I'm not fully mad at it.
fully.
It's just, well.
Can someone tell that bitch, take the shoes off at the door? When she walk all on my marble floor, I start like I'm supposed. Black dreads hanging off my nigga shelter. No.
All right, Tory Lanez, The Mission. Like I said, I liked it. I think the video was really dope.
Yeah.
The colors and the concept of it are cool. I mean, the problem that I just have with it is like I keep going back to that Snoop interview of Snoop just being like, every song just be like this. And it's like, I feel like we're creating watered down mediocre artists by saying like, okay, Young Thug, that song was dope, so now everyone's gonna come out with a Young Thug type voice, or we all gonna be able to. But I mean, I guess that's just hip hop, because when Gucci Mane came out, everyone was rapping like Gucci Mane. You know what I mean? Whatever the new trend of.
It's like Future, Party Next Door, like they all sound the same. So I guess that's like the thing now.
But I mean, for me, when he said that 5-0, I was like, all right, I like the song.
I like it. He looks like the guy who's always rapping about sex. The short guy. Baby. Bust it, baby. Plies. He looked like Plies. But I think the song is kind of cool.
Did not throw a Plies reference.
He looked like Plies.
2004, yeah.
I think we're gonna probably see him next year.
Yeah, I think so.
You said that about everybody.
Yeah.
I think so.
You said that about everybody.
No, I say that about everybody? You're
We're
lying.
not going to see him next year.
Drew, what you think about it?
I fucks with it.
I seen
I
it, but
think
your
we're
head was
gonna
bobbing. He was feeling it.
I think we're going to see him next year. They invested in that video. People are invested in that boy. We're going to see him next year. I promise you that.
Well, so the final person that I hope we see next year, I've been supporting him, is Kevin Gates. The song's called Out the Mud. It's a World Star hip hop video exclusive. What y'all thinking?
It's dope.
I like it, Queen. Clearly you don't. So what you want to say about it?
I think he need a haircut, number one. Number two, and pull his pants up.
Tell him that when he
But
comes
number
here.
two, bring him up. I'm not fucking scared of him.
Why would you ever think she wouldn't tell him that?
I would, but get it out the. I don't know. But you know what?
Because he's talking about where he's from.
I know, but like he's what from St. Louis or New Orleans and some shit like that. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Watching this video and just being on this show, there's so many independents. It's crazy how we're able to do this shit without record companies. Yeah. And I'm just looking like his video, like everybody's videos are looking good. Like everybody's learning how to use the cameras. Yo, I mean, I commend good for him for doing his own video or whatever, but I'm getting out the mud. I'm gonna need more than that. Because I can't.
Well, you gotta check the track Fiendin' he does with Lyrica Anderson.
Play it next week.
Well, we've been played it months ago,
Oh,
girl,
well,
but I'm gonna give it to you for tonight, and you're gonna be in your bed like, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
No.
I promise. Queen gonna lose her panties tonight, y'all.
Not if I'm listening to Drew Scott.
She gonna be like, Drew, what you doing this Sunday?
I'll be like, Zim Zaddy. That's how you doing it on the radio.
So Drew Scott, places I've been.
Places I've
ever been. Available on DatPiff right now.
Yes, sir.
You have a website?
I do. It's up in. I mean, it's coming. It's www.whoisdrewscott.com.
Twitter,
it's,
Instagram.
Drew Scotty, DREWSCOTTY, and Twitter. I mean, Instagram is Drewskiville, DRUSKIVILLE.
Sweet. And you guys can make sure you guys hit us up at BHL Online on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
Queen Wink, Instagram, you already know.
Sean Allen _ Instagram and Twitter.
Also, make sure you guys check us out on Instagram at The Beat TV. Till next week. Oh no, never mind. Have a happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
And
Peace.
eat lots of turkey.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Music redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.